All right, y'all. No need for another, you know, long introduction. We're gonna do some more chess puzzles today, just because it's fun. So let's get back into it. And plus, I feel like it's a good way to improve, right? So let's just get right into it. Okay, so both of our kings are weak here. The first thing I see is I have this check, right? But I don't actually know what it is we're trying to accomplish here. Now, if I could somehow make this pawn get to the end here, like if I removed this pawn, our passer here would be pretty much unstoppable if I could trade the queens, right? Or oh, wait. Queen takes e3. F takes e3. Can our pawn just go now? Let's see. We can count. Do, 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 Oh, it's very close, but I don't think that works, actually. Yeah, no, it's one off, right? So maybe, let's not give up on this queen trade idea yet. What if we trade the queens, and then we bring our king instead, right? Let's see the same type of thing play out. Hold on. Achoo! Oh, gross. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Ugh. Okay. So takes, king move, king move, king move, king move, king move, king move, king move. Right? And our opponent is just unstoppable, I think. Let's turn up the volume. Oh, and that's right. Nice. Alright. So we're down material here. We need a checkmate, I think. Um, we have this check is the first thing I see, right? But after king g5, we're kind of out of luck. Well, let's see. We also have these checks, right, with our pawns. Actually, we don't have this pawn, right, because it's pinned to our king. So we have this check. Let's get rid of this. Okay, and after king here, do we have any checkmates? Ah, we can move the knight. Oh, but no, we can't. Because if we move the knight, he can just sack the queen. Dude, that's crazy, right? If we check his king with our knight, he just takes. And our queen is still in danger, so we can't just safely recapture. Hmm. Okay. So, what if check has to go here? Check. He goes here. What if we go the opposite way? Oh, it's the same issue, except now his queen isn't even in danger when it takes. It's even worse. Wait, but you know what? After this whole sequence of here, 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 if queen takes, we do have an intermediate move of this, right? So we can win the queen for the knight. And if he doesn't take, oh, but he could just take this pawn. Is oh, but no. While our knight is here, it defends the pawn. So yeah, that's perfect. I think it works. Let us see. Oh, but hold on. We didn't consider. What if he moves here? Or what if here, here? We have some sort of discovery? I mean, check. He just goes back. Oh no. Okay. So this is a little confuzzling, right? What is a guy to do when I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Um, here. See, the only thing we have there in terms of checks is this pawn. Oh, if I could get it right. G3, or we have some sort of discovery, right? I am under the impression that we don't want to let his king escape unless we win a copious amount of material, which makes this rather difficult. Well, the other thing I'm thinking about is if his king should ever enter these files, these open files, my rook can come into play with check, right? Maybe looking at a checkmate. Of course, there's probably a much simpler path to victory that I'm recognizing. I just don't know what it could be. Guess if I knew what it was, then yeah. H4, King F4. I don't completely understand, but I think this is the right move. Okay, now we're here. So now that we're here, question is, what do we do? We have the discovery available to us, right? Check. Oh, but the issue is we don't actually have the discovery available to us. Unless it's double check because he just takes our queen. So let's think again, right? We go maybe G3, deliver a check. And then, you know what? If G3, with G3 here, we have what we already talked about with King, with Knight there. And that looks like a checkmate, pretty much. I mean, he can move King here, but we have this. Which is kind of cool. That would be a cool checkmate. Um, but I guess if he goes here, this is a double check. And I think that actually is checkmate, right? No, because he can go here. This can. Right? Or here. Never mind, it's not even close. Oh, but then I would have check. Ah, but then nothing defends this pawn. Dude, why is this... No, wait, because this pawn is up. It does defend that. So actually, that is a checkmate, right? If he goes here. Then I don't completely understand. Here, here, F3. Double check. He goes here. And then we still have this queen d7, right? That's nice. Now, the only scenario remaining is if we play this g3 check, his king moves to one of these two. Ah, he can't move like that now, can he? These two squares. What can we possibly do? Because his king is just running away at that point, right? We play the check here. Let's say he goes with this one, right? Check. I think that's actually checkmate because uh, he can block with this. But then I continue hunting his king, I think. Right? Yeah, I think that works. And if he goes here, check, he can go to one of these two squares. Actually, he cannot go to that square. Never mind. Please shut up, Aiden. um, we can go with this check, cutting off any real chance of escape. He has to play there. We can go. Where can we go? That would force. That would allow a clean trade. This would be mate. So I think we're just winning. Yep. If he goes there, we have this. When he sacks the queen, we desperado, or we're not desperado. We just inter. We have an intermediate move with our queen. What kind of a move was that? No, I think we have. We're winning his queen. What? Oh no, because he gets away. Dude. I'm tripping. Big time, apparently. Um, okay, well, I think we have this check. Because if he goes here, we win this rook. If he goes here, we win his queen by forcing his king away. Right? Cool. Cool. Well, this is interesting. Hello, old friend. I've seen this occur in many games. Well, the knight defends the rook. So if we take the knight, the rook is hanging. Now, the problem here is that this is mate, right? If the queen gets down here. But the interesting tidbit that prevents that is this bishop, when we take the knight, defends the mate. So the problem is the issue is once he takes back, this line of communication ceases. Right? We no longer have anything defending our g2 pawn, and he once again threatens mate, so we have no time to win his rook. That is what makes this puzzle interesting. Otherwise, this would be a really easy puzzle. Alright. Ugh. I don't really know how to actually defend our G2 square. If we take his rook, I mean, the knight just takes back. That's A. B, it doesn't defend us at all. He just checkmates. So, nope. We have Queen E4, but then we're not winning any material. I don't think. So, Queen E4 looks like the only defensive move for us. The only defense that works. The problem is, once we play that, we take all pressure off his loose pieces. And then we're just down material, right? Are we, though? Yeah, we're down... 2, 3. We're down a pawn. We could easily win that back. I don't see any alternative to Queen E4. Well, never mind. I know nothing. Maybe we play this and then take the knight. Okay, what could it possibly... I mean, we could take the knight, right? That's the only thing. And then we give up the... Oh. I see. Cool. I don't completely get it, but I spent long enough on that puzzle that I'm not too worried about it. Um, I think we're just winning a knight here. Am I mistaken? Well, let's see. If I take with the queen, right, takes, or check, takes. He can take with check, but we just take here. Then maybe he has this, but then we just... I don't think he has anything there. Whereas if we take with the knight here, we might be royally screwed. So we definitely take with the queen. And then take with that. And we just defend. Okay. Yeah, we can move to h7. The knight covers the f7 square from this rook. Ooh, okay, cool. Okay, so we're in check is the first thing that comes to my attention. Uh, we can actually counterattack the queen, and he cannot take the bishop because this knight is pinned. And because of that, he can't actually defend this knight. Especially since his queen is in danger, so we just snap that. And ta-da! Cool. We can threaten mate here. Oh, this is definitely some sort of a mate, right? We threaten mate here. The only defense I see is pushing this pawn. After which we have check. But I don't know about that. Um, let's see. Because we definitely have to threaten something, right? We can't just sit here, we're down. Are we down anything? Two rooks? Queen, queen, knight, knight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're down a pawn. And he has central control, so we definitely don't. Our life isn't rosy here, right? What I'm thinking is here he has to push. No question. And the question is, what do we do next? Because we could just take a turn and get ready to attack this pawn, but he just pushes it. And then we're royally out of luck, right? We got nothing. Actually, if he pushes that pawn, we have this. Queen f3. But no, we don't because he just takes the knight, right? I don't really know, but we'll figure it out as we go. I'm a poet and I didn't know. Okay, well, that wasn't right anyway. Oh, we go this way. Why? Oh, it's just a fork. Interesting. That was a lot simpler than I made it. Ooh, I'm sensing a discovery of some sort. Wait, wait, wait. Check takes. check. He goes here, and then I have this move. Six. I think that might be it. Nope, never mind. I know nothing. Maybe check. If he goes here, then I just made him. Check. Here. Check. I think that might be better. Yeah, okay. Oh, but it's just a discovery. It's not me. Okay, well, that's fun. Alright, y'all. I think that is enough for tonight. I'll see you in the next one.